All right, back at it with the Wings today. Figured after the losses to Quebec and San Jose, couldn't quit until I got the dub with the winged wheel. Here's Gerard Gallant cutting in. We've had some offensive problems in those first few games. Gonna have a power play here. Got stonewalled by Hextall. We played the Nordiques, and then Artus Urbe stood on his head. Well, penalty shot. Okay, let's do it. Here comes Gallant. Gallant. The old spinorama dipsy doodle. Nope. Lost 3-2 to the Sharks. So here, original 6 matchup. Detroit-Toronto. Doesn't get much more classic hockey than this. Yzerman. Oh, watch out, Stevie. Let me just go back here and get this old Brad McCrimmon. Hello. Can we get that? That's a rough thing about these older NHL titles is the sort of like little drift that they do. And when they get knocked down, it takes forever to get back up. There's a block shot. Oh, Lidstrom tried to spring the forward, but wasn't able to. Cicerelli with an offside. See what doing with offsides drives me nuts. I should see if I can turn that off. Let's see, Toronto, back in these days, Doug Gilmour, Wendell Clark, some of their big names. Fedorov checked there. That one broken up. Look out, Fedorov, he's got the... Can he turn on the wheels? He does! Oh, I tried to feed that over. Stopped there by... Is that Potvin in? Oh, yeah, it's Felix Potvin. Here come the Wings. Shepard. Ray Shepard. Nice drop pass to Fedorov. Backhander save. Felix Potvin. Sprung past there, but offside, punk. 6:41 to play in the first. Let's get that checking line out there. I made one slight edit. I took Sean Burr off this line, added Keith Primeau. Here comes Primeau. Big Keith Primeau scores! Assist to Dallas Drake. It's 1-0 Detroit. Yeah, if you ever play one of these older NHL titles, take this one for instance, you're gonna ask yourself, what is up with the rating system for the teams and for the individual players? They're so ridiculously low. A guy like Keith Primeau, for instance, I believe is rated in the 50s. So I was alive to watch this era of hockey, and I'm going through Yzerman, save. I'm going through rosters, and I'm looking at ratings, and I'm like, what? Like, you might think, oh, well, sometimes in the games, like, prospects who became stars hadn't quite become stars yet, so they're rated a little lower. Not the case. Like, ooh, nice broken glass. Keith Primeau, while not a, like, preeminent power forward back in fall of 93, 94, I believe it established himself a little more than being rated at 55. Anyways, that's just one example. I could go back and look at his stats, but... and not to mention, like, he was a highly touted prospect as well. Whatever. I'm getting into the minutia of how this game was developed. Anyway, back to the game. Wings with it behind the net. Dallas Drake again. This checking line doing work for Detroit. Yvesracine. I think he's probably the last player to wear 33 before Chris Draper did. Checking unit back out there. Bob Probert, Keith Primeau, Dallas Drake. That's a gritty line right there. That line gonna hurt some people. They get some stuff done. See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. It's just... the errant passes kill you. Here comes T.O. And breakaway showtime save. Chevalday. Come the Wings again. Nice little pass there. Dallas Drake with it. Drake stops. He's got Primeau behind the net. Primeau tried to hit Probert, but got stopped by the Toronto defense there. 2 minutes to play in this one. Red Wings have a 1-0 lead. Nice hit there. There goes Primeau again. Big Keith Primeau. Woo! He's putting that size to good use in this one. Look at him. Dipsy doodle curl. Here he comes in. Sky hit the post. He hit the post. He had him beat. He had Potvin beat. Well, goalpost bailed him out. Here comes Primeau again. Primeau becoming a force in this one. That's offside with $1:17 to go. here in the first period. And Wings are going to get out the Fedorov unit. A lot of that checking line in this first period, and it's paid dividends. Konstantinov gets hit. Now here come the Wings. Eisenberg. Shepard, save, rebound, Shepard again! Oh, Potvin had to be sharp. They call him Felix the Cat for a reason, kids. Shot save there. Coffee gets knocked down, though. Konstantinov, the young defender. Going to try and make a play. Oh, he gets hit again. Look out! Oh, crash and bang hockey here. There goes Eisenberg. Eisenberg breakaway. Oh, Potvin saved it! How did he save that? It looked like it was gliding to the goal line. Some sort of video game physics prevented it from doing so. 1-0 Detroit after one. Right back to the hockey action. We did not see a lot of this top line in the first, so Yzerman and his line mates should be fresh. Oh, look out, look out. Now here comes Nick Lidstrom. Nick Lidstrom in. Lidstrom in behind the knee. Lidstrom backhander save Potvin. See, it was very difficult to score on these games on stone cold breakaways unless you timed like what I think from Mighty Ducks fame, the Gordon Bombay triple deke, which is really just stick handling. It's difficult to score. Big shot there from the point. Lidstrom with it. Lidstrom looks for a friend. Lidstrom found one. Cicerelli stopped in front. Potvin is going to hold for the face-off. Fedorov line will come on now. Kind of absurd. I know Maple Leafs fans have a reputation of being insufferable. Maple Leafs fans, if you're watching the video, go ahead and sound off in the comments about that. But man, you got to feel for them. The biggest hockey market in the world, and their team hasn't won a cup since 1967. That is pain, man. Slapper save, Potvin. And it's not like they haven't had talent over the years. They've had some good teams. This early Toronto's team was good. Upset the Wings in the... Maybe that wasn't an upset. I have to look. The 93 first round of the playoffs in Game 7. I remember... It was a shot from Bob Rouse, I believe that was tipped. Bob Rouse, who would later join the Red Wings and win a pair of Stanley Cups. Wings hold this one in. But then again, in the early 2000s, they had... Leafs had some star-studded teams. They just... I think the furthest they ever got was the conference finals. That was back in, was that 02? When they advanced to the conference finals? I'll have to look. Might have lost that year to Carolina, I think. Something like that. I have to look. It's been a long time now. Here's Primeau again behind the net. Primeau tried hitting Racine, who was at the point. Chevelday quickly out here. Here comes Dallas Drake. So Primeau, another save by Potvin. The goaltender's looking real smooth in there. Making a lot of saves. Let's get the Fedorov line out there. Fedorov wins the face-off. Wings have it. Fedorov shot save Potvin. Uh-oh. Look out. Save there. Chevelday will long bomb it, but picked off there. That one blocked by Konstantinov. Konstantinov gives to Eisenberg. Eisenberg in. Eisenberg shifts in. Oh, gave it up to Sergei with a blast, but again, Felix Potvin makes the save. Wings would have gone offside. So Eisenberg held up. Coffee, nice hit. Paul Coffee with it. Coffee, look. He shakes. He rattles. Here comes Shepard. Shepard, backhand, easy save for Potvin. 3:36 to play in the second. 1-0 Detroit. Comes Yzerman. Centering a line with Gallant. And who else is it? I'll find it here in a second. Brad McCrimmon. Oh, he tried that. Oh, Yzerman overskates the puck. Now the Leafs come back with it. They got to hold up, though. Their computer component's not very good either. Big hit there. Yzerman steals. Scores! One might argue goaltender interference. And yes, it is goaltender interference being called on Yzerman. But they're going to allow the goal to stand. He just crashed into Felix Potvin. Puck goes in the net. The Leafs say, come on. He gets the penalty. Here's another breakaway. And it's going to be a penalty on the Leafs now. So there goes that power play. You've never see that in today's game. Goaltender interference, but we'll let the goal stand. So Toronto's power play comes to an end. It's 2-0 Detroit. A penalty shot. Second penalty shot of the game. Here is Yserbart taking on Felix Potvin. What can he do here? What tricks does he have? No, wait. God, this is going to be awful. Potvin makes the easy save. So, I think the Wings would have preferred the penalty been nullified, but what are you going to do? They can't complain much. They just got away with one that put them up 2-0. So, there comes Yserbart again. Another breakaway. Yserbart. Oh, he couldn't pull the trigger. Paul Yserbart. It's like the poor man's Yzerman. And the Wings are going to get another penalty here. This time it's going to be tripping to Vladdy. He'll sit for 2. Konstantinov had his career in life not been dramatically altered as it was in that limousine accident. I sometimes wonder how many... 2 things. How many more cups could the Wings have won if they'd have never lost Vladimir Konstantinov? And 2, how many Norris trophies would he have won? Would have cut into Lidstrom's haul of what did Lidstrom win? 7 or 8 of them? Things to ponder. I almost feel bad sometimes for younger people who missed that era of Red Wings hockey. And, I mean, missed Konstantinov. They've never had another defenseman like him. The closest they had was probably Ruslan Saleh, who was only here for about a year. Just that tough, rugged... They were both Russian. Doesn't necessarily have to be Russian, but tough, rugged Russian defenseman who also had an offensive upside. But, man, their calling card was delivering those hits. They called him the Vladinator after the Terminator for a reason. Here's Fedorov, big blast, save Potvin. So up 2, Wings got to kill off the remainder of this power play. Ooh, Gilmore got hit. One could argue he was tripped, but ain't calling it. There's Yserbart again. Oh, he tried to drop it, but Potvin, active stick, kept him from doing so. And that's offside, buddy. You're going to pay for that. Come here. Put out that checking line again. 2-0 Detroit. And I'll say this, too. One thing Detroit and Toronto have going for them. 2 of the sweetest sweaters in all of the NHL. Anyone who denies that's they're just lying to you. I should do that sometime. Jersey ranking. Here, Primeau! Keith Primeau! He crashes the net, too. It doesn't go in this time. Potvin saves it. Man, I don't know why. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why is Primeau has been arguably my best player in this game, yet not in the default lineup. What else is getting on my nerves is I can't find Igor Larionov in this game. He doesn't seem to be on the Sharks roster or the Canucks roster. And those were the only 2 teams he played with prior to joining the Wings. So, I'm not sure what that's about. Yzerman shoots one save, Potvin. Dougie Gilmore. Chopped away at center ice. Oh, Cicerelli to Yzerman. Offside. And we'll bring out that Fedorov line. Face off 1, Paul Yserbart. He's had all sorts of chances today. Here he is again. He gets hit hard there, taken down at the line. Fedorov blocked the shot there. Nicely done. Wings play catch. It's Fedorov with it now. Sergei Fedorov. Oh, for crying out loud. I even held up. Come on. Hey, yo. Stick with the Fedorov line. 6:35 to go here in the 3rd period. Toronto and Detroit here at Joe Louis Arena. Here's Ray Shepherd. Ray Shepherd curls. Ray Shepherd curls again. Ray Shepherd, he just gets knocked over. Look, Konstantinov just wrecked a man's life. He gets his own wrecked. Oh, dear. Fedorov on the back check. We've got some rock'em sock'em hockey going on there right now. Here comes Paul Coffey. He's skating like the wind. Tried to hit Yserbart in stride, but picked off by the Toronto defender. And offside. I may really have to turn offsides off. It's ridiculous. 5:34 to play in the 3rd period. Can Toronto mount a comeback? Detroit trying to get that one to seal her off. Here comes Nick Lidstrom. Lidstrom! Blast, save, rebound! Rebounds were tough in this game, too. It wasn't like the modern NHL titles where you get them you know, you get them frequently. Cicerelli held up at the line, though. He held the puck in. There he can't. Look, we got a break for the Leafs here. Can Cicerelli get back on the back check? He does. Cheveldae makes the save. Another shot save. There's Nick Lidstrom again. Lidstrom, little whoop whoop. Yzerman scores! What a slapper by the captain. 3-0. That'll salt it away. The Maple Leafs came to town with high aspirations, but they may be leaving with a goose egg. Here's Ray Shepherd. Ray Shepherd with it. Shepherd curls around the net. He waits. He looks. He tries to find a friend. Blocked. Now he finds Fedorov. Scores! I beat old Felix Potvin 5-hole. It's 4-0 Detroit. Reward that checking line one more time for their fine play today. Face-off one there. Now Brad McCrimmon, or Steve Chason has it. Steve Chason. Big shot. Offside. He was, God, I believe he was killed in a car accident some years later. He went on to play with the Calgary Flames, I believe. I have to look. He was a pretty good defenseman with the Red Wings. I don't know why I'm talking about all these tragedies. This is supposed to be fun. 3:36 to go in the third. Konstantinov to Fedorov. Fedorov with a goal tonight. Fedorov, what a move. Fedorov, another move. Save Potvin. Fedorov still with it. Fedorov says, find me a friend. Ooh, Shepherd was there, but he didn't get any wood on the puck. Cheveldae says, come on, boys, we don't need any more offense. I'm trying to preserve a shutout here. Ooh, nice hit. Paul Yzerman. He's been all over the ice. The Red Wings' high-flying offense has come to play tonight. Here's Yzerman. Tried to feed Sergei. They gets one on anyways. Initially got broken up. Yzerman with it again. He goes around the net, looking for a friend. Couldn't find anybody. 2 minutes to play here in this one. And the Leafs go offside. Because why not? You guys like these videos? Sound off in the comments. I enjoy making them. You're probably thinking to yourselves, at least some of you are like, why is this weirdo commentating on a over 30-year-old video game by himself? Well, that's a good question. And for that answer, you have to go back to my childhood. And I'll save that story for another video. Pretty simple explanation, but it gets into some pretty funny stories. Cicerelli to Yzerman. Yzerman! Shot saved there by Potvin. Big hit, Lidstrom. Nick Lidstrom with it now. Lidstrom. Ooh, going around the net, looking for a friend. Oh. Takes timing to get that cross-crease pass down. Here's Lidstrom again. Lidstrom says, I'm still hungry. Lidstrom curls back. Lidstrom. That one blocked. Lidstrom has it again. Big slapper save. Or over the net, rather. And that's going to do it. Detroit wins this one 4-0. Your 3 stars. The goaltender, Tim Cheveldae, followed by Steve Yzerman and Sergei Fedorov. No love for Keith Primeau. I can't agree with that.